We are seeing a decrease in the number of patients that are in the hospital, but unfortunately it's not because all of them are getting better and going home to their families and going back to their jobs. These patients are dying.
Of the 3 COVID vaccines that we're currently using in America, the one that the federal government is about to approve for a booster shot is the one made by Pfizer. And that means that only people who have gotten that particular vaccine would be possibly eligible for this booster shot.
It will be another way to fight this stubborn pandemic. Multiple sources tell us that before the end of the day, they expect that the FDA will say yes to a 3rd shot of the Pfizer vaccine for millions of Americans. The decision then goes to the scientists at the CDC, where they'll decide whether to recommend the Pfizer booster shots to any or all of the following Americans: people over 65 or who have health conditions that put them at high risk, or frontline workers like nurses, doctors, police officers, and grocery store workers. In Ohio, more help can't come fast enough. The governor says that his state is seeing the highest hospitalization numbers yet for people under 50 years old.
The clear difference between these younger Ohioans and the older Ohioans is the rate of vaccination.
And in Alabama, an ugly truth. For the first time in the state's history, there were more deaths in the year 2020 than there were births.
As the Biden administration works to ramp up those mass deportation flights, the number of migrants under that bridge is dropping. But there are still thousands of men, women, and children waiting for help.
The Biden administration facing a political battle on both sides over the border crisis and mass deportations in Del Rio, Texas.
We will get it under control.
Roughly 8,000 migrants, many Haitian, remaining under that Del Rio bridge waiting to be processed.
They have shown no capability of being able to process all of these migrants by the end of this week.
Thousands of migrants have already been sent back to their home countries. On Capitol Hill, top Democrats normally allied with the president, calling for a halt to the deportations.
I urge President Biden and Secretary Mayorkas to immediately put a stop to these expulsions. The horrible treatment of these innocent people who have come to the border must stop immediately.
And Republican senators grilling the Secretary of Homeland Security.
How many people have been returned? How many people are being detained? How many people have been dispersed to all points around America?
Senator, I would be pleased to provide you with that data.
I want them now. Why don't you have that information now?
Senator, I do not have that data.
Why not?
For me.
Why don't you have that basic information?
Senator, I want to be accurate.
Some migrant families are being allowed to remain in the U.S. New video showing dozens arriving at this Houston facility Tuesday. In Del Rio, the activists with the Haitian Bridge Alliance are working to help migrants.
People are coming to the U.S.-Mexico border because they are in need of protection, because they are dying, because they need support.